First of all, the topic of this live is meditation, the art of deconditioning. And for me, it's a really big and important topic because without meditation in my life, I believe I would just never become myself. Meditation has transformed my life, transformed how I feel, and I believe also helped me to be a free human being that I feel I am. So I want to share with you today in this live the meditation practice in a way that we are not used to do it, but in a way it was originally designed by the tradition of yoga, right? And yoga is a sacred and ancient method of purification and a sacred method of transformation. Yoga has nothing to do with handstands and splits and all those acrobatics. I mean, it's fun and it's cool, but really yoga is a state of deconditioning, a state of internal freedom. And this is kind of yoga I teach, and this is kind of yoga I understand has meaning and has purpose to it. But before we go into the topic, deconditioning, and using meditation for this, I want to say a few things about myself. For those of you who never met me or never had any experience with me, my name is Vlada de Sousa, and I'm a spiritual mentor, meditation teacher, and intuitive energy healer. Couple of years ago, maybe like 6 years ago, I started to create boutique retreats in Bali, and I founded Bliss Body Journeys that until today is a very unique retreat brand that is fueled by the passion of really helping people to transform themselves and transform their lives. But really since then, I have been doing a lot of work with people who were coming to my retreats one-to-one. And for the last maybe 4 years, I have been mentoring and guiding people before the retreats, during the retreats, and after the retreats, which really helped those who were looking for a tailored approach to their transformation to really get there. So now and today is a big day in my history, in my story, in my growth, which is launching a Vlada de Sousa brand, which is the brand that offers one-to-one energy healing work, one-to-one mentorship work, and different types of services that are online and aligned with topics of love, energy healing, and empowerment. So this is just a little celebrational moment that it's today that my website is live. You can go and check it out. You can go and visit it, vladadesousa.com. And I'm very, very excited to actually, for the first time, to let you know about this here. And I hope you enjoy looking at the sacred library that I've also created on the website, where I put all the meditations, all the things that I'm doing, and you can just start enjoying and start learning about yourself through that library. And the most interesting, that to celebrate the launch of my brand, which I was preparing for 1 year, I am going to facilitate a free meditation marathon that will start on 25th of October and will be for the whole month. So every day during the whole month, I will be teaching meditation here on Instagram and also live on YouTube. And I would love to have you here. What kind of meditation? Meditation that I call pure. It doesn't have any specific angle, but the true angle as it was designed by Asian tradition of meditation, meaning going deep within yourself and clearing and purifying consciousness, and yoking and doing yoga, meaning linking our consciousness with the universal consciousness. So the meditation marathon is going to be for those who have never meditated before and really want to understand the depth of this practice, and also will be for those who had experience with meditation but it never kind of kicked in for them. I want to bring meditation in its original way, in traditional way, and really help us to open our consciousness. And this definitely ties into the session that I want to offer you today, Meditation, the Art of Deconditioning. So you can go into my bio. You can click on register to the marathon, and you can start deep diving yourself into the ways of awakening your mind and activating your universal consciousness. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely for everyone. The only thing you will have to do is to be present for the meditation every single day during 28 days. You're so welcome to participate, and I would really, really love to have you there. So go to my bio, click the link, register yourself. You will start receiving all the notifications that you need, and we will begin the marathon on 25th of October. Looking forward to have you there. Okay, and let's talk a little bit about meditation as an art of deconditioning. Well, the word conditioning scares me to death. I have allergy. I have allergy to any sorts of kinds of brainwashing, conditioning. I have allergy to absorbing ideas and beliefs that never have been filtered through my consciousness, through my own unique, authentic perception. This really scares me to death because today I see in the world the results of people having different layers of conditioning of their mind. Look at Russia. Half of population of Russian people truly believe that their president Putin is saving Ukraine from Nazis, right? Super, super brainwashed country. So this is really scary to me, and I really a warrior when it comes to seeing how through media and through different resources, some kind of ideas are seeded into their mind, into their subconscious mind, programmed and brainwashed, and people do not think for themselves. They don't have a critical thinking. They don't ask right questions. They just follow what the society is telling to follow, or the government is telling to follow, what this priest is telling to follow. And this is really scary to me, because in this way, our human consciousness is very limited. It's boxed. It's in the really, really tight little conditioned place where we cannot grow, we cannot expand, we cannot experience ourselves as a free being. And we are all conditioned to one extent or another, right? Conditioning is something that we repeat in a pattern way. For example, you talk to someone and they tell you, oh, this is what's happening. It's like this, like this, like this. And you're like, oh, okay. And then you go and have another conversation with someone else, and they bring them the same topic, and you say exactly what another person just told you. And I've seen this so many times, that the same kind of idea, perception, or view or belief is seeded into one mind, and that mind is just, without questioning, doubting, investigating, and exploring, repeating that and sharing with everyone else. This is how miscommunication and misinformation happens, by the way. But anyway, each of us at childhood, right, in the times of our childhood, have gone through a certain level of conditioning. Meaning, in the environment when we have been growing up, there is already settings, right? Our parents have already settings and perceptions and views, and we have absolutely no power over that. So if your mother is telling you, don't go there, it's dangerous, don't do this, is dangerous, don't touch this, is dangerous, don't think this is dangerous, don't touch yourself there, is dangerous, etc., etc. If you just don't take time to think for yourself, or actually you have an explorative spirit and you go and check it for yourself, you are going to be in fear all your life. Some people are afraid to leave their houses because they believe the world is so dangerous. Some people cannot go to the water. They are afraid to swim in the ocean because someone told them it is dangerous, and so on and so forth. So conditioning happens on a conscious level, and conditioning happens on unconscious level. On a conscious level, conditioning is, you ask your mother or father, what do you think about this? There is this thing happening. What do you think about this? How should I act, behave, or respond? And they tell you exactly how they do it. And you're like, okay, thank you. And you go and you do exactly the same thing. So you're becoming a little copy of your parents. The same way in society, the same way in school, everything that is told to us is taken as truth. We believe that truth, we live in that truth, and we become that truth. What is that exactly? Nobody knows. We never questioned. We never went and checked for ourselves, but we certainly know this is truth. It's very funny when you see little kids going to school and then you ask them something and they start talking, and you can hear this is not the baby talking. This is not the child talking. It's clearly his mother or clearly his father talking through them, right? So this little brain is already kind of becoming that thing that he or she heard, which is really normal in the beginning, definitely. But what happens if we live all our life and not for a moment we sit down and we ask ourselves, they told me that this and this and this. And I have a feeling that for me, it's not like that. What should I do? Everyone tell me this, but there is something in me thinking that it's not right. Something in me is thinking that it's a bit different. What should I do? And then you go in a process of exploration and investigation. And then you're like, oh my God, my whole life, I have been programmed to believe that this is like that, or I am like this. For example, who is not programmed that you need to grow up, finish school, have an education, go to the university, get married, get a job, get a baby, retire, die? Who is not programmed to do this? Everyone are programmed to do this. Literally everyone. And there are so many very, very little conditioning like that that can totally shape and form the way we live our life. This is really scary. If someone tells you this is the schedule, this is the process of you living your life, and you're like, okay, and you just go, right? Okay, marriage, tick the box, job, tick the box, this, tick the box, vacation, tick the box. If you look at this, it looks like a simulation. When people are conditioned, they never asking themselves, do I really want to get married? They never asking, do I really want children? They never asking, do I want to work in this corporate job? They never asking. And then they end up doing all the things that are right, that society is telling them, this is how you should live. But then they are like, I don't feel connected to myself. I don't feel connected to my life. I don't know why I'm doing this. I don't know why this person is next to me. I don't know why I have these 3 children. I'd never wanted to have them, actually, for example, right? So in a way, conditioning, it's a program that, if not questioned, doubted, or deprogrammed, will dictate exactly how our life gonna be. And for many people, we can foresee their future, right? We know exactly where it's gonna go. Thank God today there are more and more free people who start to think for themselves, and they're like, oh, I don't necessarily want to be identified as this, or I don't necessarily want to go exactly on this journey. Maybe, for example, I want to first write 5 books and then I want to get married. So today, some people are trying to change these dynamics. But still, how many people live in a simulation? How many people, instead of their own consciousness, have like a chip that runs a program? If we're talking about individual freedom, if we're talking about each individual living according to their own divine destiny, without meditation, how are we going to discover what that destiny is? Because to discover what is your destiny, you need to discover who you are. How are you going to discover who you are? How? Meditation. I will tell you a little bit about my journey, because for me, you know, those moments when I was just waking up every day and understanding that everything I was believing has absolutely nothing to do with me, cracked me open, really totally opened myself to the fact that I have been living in major simulation, in major lies my whole life, and I don't know who I am anymore. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I think about marriage. I don't know what I think about having children. I don't know what I think about this job that I'm in. I don't know anything. This was the moment when I started to practice meditation, and I said, just sit down, and I started to go inwards and expand my consciousness, open my mind. And the more I was doing that, the more something was changing. It was like every day I felt like a little bit different person. And it's interesting that it got me thinking about many things that I was taking as truth. The more I was meditating, the more I was connecting to my own consciousness. I stopped drinking alcohol, right? Because also the part of deprogramming is questioning. Do you like alcohol? Do you like the taste of alcohol? Do you like how it feels when you have alcohol? And in my society, it was fashionable to drink alcohol. I was laughing that I would never go to anyone's house without a bottle of alcohol. I stopped drinking alcohol. I realized that has never been my thing. It was sold to me by society that it's cool to have a glass of something. If you go to see someone, you always have to have a bottle of wine or something like that. No. I stopped watching TV. I totally threw away my TV because I was not connecting anymore to this ongoing diarrhea of information that has nothing to do with me or what I want about my life. These people die, this happened, and this happened. It's like, why do I need to know all of this? I stopped talking to people about stupid stuff, gossiping about people, judging stuff, judging others. Because also it's a part of conditioning, right? If you want to be accepted in a certain surrounding, in a certain society, you need to, I don't know, say bad things about other people, or you need to, speak about things in a certain way. And I was like, no, I don't want to talk about this. No, I don't want to talk about those people badly. You expect me to, but I don't want to. Every day I could feel shift and shift and shift and shift of consciousness, until the point where I felt like just an empty canvas. There was nothing there. There was just nothing. And I didn't know what to do with it. It was super scary. My friends stopped talking to me. Of course, she's not drinking anymore. She's not doing these things that we all doing anymore. I just found myself totally alone. It was like a feeling that I'm a Neo in the Matrix. And I really resonated with that movie at that time. Like totally Neo in the Matrix. Like, what the fuck is going on in this universe? Why I feel completely out of any alignment with what's happening around me. It was it was very, very challenging moment. And I had to feel and have inside of me a lot of strength to go through that experience, a lot of strength to go through that experience. Because you feel outsider, you feel different. Um, you feel you don't belong into any group of people, into any society. You feel different. And how can you stay like that? How can you endure being different? How can you endure totally changing all the assumptions? I was questioning things every day. It became like a really interesting quest. Is this true? Like I would have a thought in my head. I need to do this. I need to run for this. My goal is that goal. And I was like, is this goal my goal? And then I remember on each birthday that I have, I would get a toast from my family saying, Vlada, you're like this, like this, like this. And you should be doing this and this and this. And you should become this and this and this. And I was like, have I ever wanted to become this? Or I have been conditioned each birthday to remember that this is who I should become, and this is what I should be doing, and this is what I should give to other people when I'm done. Wow. No, no, right? Absolutely not. I started asking big questions. I was questioning every thought I have, every feeling I have, every attitude, every label, everything that was surrounding me. A lot. Is this okay? How does it sit with me? What do I think about that? And yeah, it truly felt like you are a ship, right? In the field of I know, wolves, right? Or you're a wolf in the field of ships. Doesn't matter. Um, everyone are repeating what they have heard. Everyone are conditioned. Nobody is doubting. Nobody is questioning. Nobody is even curious. Let's have a conversation. That's why I consider myself the most antisocial person in the universe. Because when I go out and people ask me questions, I always answer exactly what they not expect me to see. For example, they would ask, do you like to be in Portugal? And everyone expects me to say, yeah, it's amazing. And I was like, no, I don't like it. It's not my place. People don't know how to react. And they don't talk to me anymore. It's so funny. It's really, really funny because if you go and you meet people and you're not speaking with them in the accepted language, you're not responding in the way they expect you, like everyone would, you become an outsider. You become a person like, what is wrong with her? Why she's just doing this different thing? Why she's just doing herself? Why she's just not supporting this little conversation that should be going exactly in this direction, and we should tell each other exactly these things. Why she's just different. And first it scares people. It's really because they don't know. They're like, sometimes they just really actually feel stupid because they don't know what to say. They have like 5 minutes to answer me something, but the clock are, like moving around. They don't know what to answer because they never thought about that. So the recipe to be antisocial is to decondition yourself and to meditate. But to be honest, there is absolutely no doubt that it's worth it. Because first of all, it's not that interesting to be and to have conversation with people who are really just repeating what they've heard. I'm not really interested to have that conversation. And I'm interested to have conversation that will open my head, will open my brain, will open my eyes to the stuff that I've never heard before. I want to have an interesting conversation. I want to be connected with people that are living their own authentic life. It's not the life that their parents lived. It's not the life that they imagine as right to live. I want to be connected with people who think for themselves, who live for themselves, who do stuff in their own authentic way. I am interested in that. I'm interested to have conversations with people that will tell me something that will blow up my mind. What? I've never heard anything like that. That's what I want to feel. I don't want to just nod all the time, 1 hour nodding, yes, 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 repeating what we heard in the news, what someone else has said. Okay, repeating. No, it's so boring. After 15 minutes in this kind of socializing events, I just want to throw up. Seriously, cannot stand that. So we can also find a community. We can also find a place where we meet people that are thinking, that are not coming back after work, getting drunk, eating toxic food, and then numbing themselves with TV, right? We want to be connected with people who live in a way that they have space to connect with their own consciousness. I would say with people who are actually meditating. Those people that are meditating that I met, they're very interesting people. Very, very interesting. Because they learned that you need to take a pause. Instead of reacting, instead of just saying stuff, it's better to take a pause, to take a break, and feel something for a moment, and allow this question or assumption to just sink in. And then they are waiting for the natural, authentic response that is coming from them. And they are very okay if this response is not normal, is not accepted, is not usual, or is not like everyone else have. They're okay with that. Meditation teaches us to pause and to be with an uncomfortable feeling. Meditation teaches us to be with an uncomfortable thought. Meditation teaches us not to numb ourselves to what we feel, but awaken ourselves to what we truly feel and to what we truly think. That's the power of meditation, right? In the meditation, and meditation starts after 15 minutes of experience, right? Only after 15 minutes, you actually begin to access deeper layers of your consciousness. So in the meditation, you get to hear all the noise. First 15 minutes, you're hearing the noise. You get to be okay with that. And you get to wait and consciously attend to the truth of your being. It is fascinating. And when sometimes we just cannot find an answer, or we're asking everyone for an answer, we Google an answer. When we sit down in meditation and we put this question into our consciousness and we wait, we are not demanding an answer. We're just waiting, right? We're just waiting until the answer will come from the depth of ourselves. And this is going to be a really authentic answer. The question is, what are you going to do with that authentic answer? The question is, how are you going to apply it? How are you going to act upon it? Meditation allows us to actually be with the truth, feel the truth, accept the truth. It's not a practice of fixing ourselves. It is not a practice of faking something. It is not a practice of pretending or numbing. It's the most vulnerable, it's the most intimate, it's the most revealing experience. And many people are not okay with this experience. Many people are not okay with that experience because you need to be very courageous and powerful and strong to face your truth, because your truth might not be accepted by others. Some people might not like you for your truth. And by default, all the human beings, all we want is to actually be accepted in the society, accepted in our environment. We want to be validated. We want to feel belonging. And when we live according to our truth, hopefully we surround ourselves with people that also live their truth. And we kind of create that pool of truth together, and we accept each other in our truth. So if you're really curious to unlearn everything you have heard, seen, believed in, taken as truth, if you want to start connecting with the purity of your own being, if you start connecting with an expansion of consciousness that gives true and authentic answers and experience, you might want to start meditating. And this is not the meditation that you can find in apps where you can just calm down before going to sleep. Meditation where you just, I don't know, helping yourself to go through the day. It's not that kind of meditation. The true meditation that is revealing the ultimate truth, the sacred truth. It cannot be less than 30 minutes. Cannot. 15 minutes, you just need to really come back to yourself. The next 15 minutes will be practicing actually coming out of the conditioning and connecting with your truth. So if you are curious to start investigating and exploring who you are, what is your power? What is your level of purity of consciousness? You might want to start meditating. Why would you want to invest 30 minutes into meditation? Because your whole life depends on that. Because how conscious you are equals how authentic your life will be. And if your life is truly authentic, it's going to be a happy life. If your life is fake, if your life is sold by someone to you and you chose to believe that this is the life you want, these are the objects you need, this is the beautiful wife you want, this is the wealthy husband you need, etc., etc. This can just take you to misery, where you will be waking up every day and repeating the same old thing and doing the same old thing, losing yourself completely, not knowing what is your authentic voice, and how you look at this reality yourself. What is your perception of reality? This is a dangerous place to be, because we can live someone else's life. We can live a life that just, as I said, just sold to us. And it's a waste of life. Being unconscious is a waste of life. So the art of deconditioning means pausing everything, means reviewing the whole process of your life from the beginning. What have happened when you were born, how you were growing up, what were the goals you had? Are those goals yours? What is the vision of the good life, right life you have? Is this your vision? Is this your thoughts, attitudes, beliefs, or it's someone else's? That's the question we want to answer, right? And be ready to face the truth. And the moment you will face the truth, you are going to stop being a conditioned human being. You will begin an authentic experience of your life that is worth everything. If you don't want to blow up your life, if you don't want to wake up when you're 40, 45 and say, what is this? This is not why I was born. This is not my destiny. I don't know who I am. I need to go and find myself again. If you don't want this, begin now. Be the courageous and start opening your consciousness. Start asking questions. Start doubting everything you have been taking for truth. Everything you drink, everything you eat, everything you watch, people you talk to, topics you talk about, everything, literally. Begin the process of clearing and deconditioning. And meditation is a yogic practice, and yoga is an art of purification, clearing, and deconditioning. So, on the 25th of October, I'm beginning a 1 month of deconditioning, 1 month of pure meditation marathon that is absolutely free of charge. The only thing, you just need to go to my bio, click the link and register yourself, and you will be accepted just instantly, just like that. And on a daily basis here on Instagram and YouTube, I am going to share with you some insights, and we will be going into meditation together. This is your opportunity to begin the process of becoming you, of claiming your freedom, of claiming your life, of opening yourself and opening your consciousness to the truth of life, God, and yourself, which is one and the same thing. Okay, so you're welcome to join me for 1 month of marathon, and I hope to see you there and meditate with you. I will be answering questions. You might have a lot of questions and you might need some patience, but that's okay. I'm gonna be back soon here to teach another, let's call it episode, another live, still about meditation. And you're welcome to join, and during this live, you can actually, if you have any questions, you can ask questions or you can send me messages, etc. Thank you so much for even desiring to change your life, desiring to become a conscious human being. For myself, it's a very selfish desire. I long for and deeply, deeply desire to live in a society, to live in a world of people that think for themselves, of people who are open, whose consciousness is deconditioned, authentic people, beautiful, free human beings. That's my goal, that's my mission, that's my deepest desire. And I'm gonna be supporting you on this journey if you're ready to wake up. Sending you lots of love, and until soon. Thank you for being here.